Hey there, I'm Courtney. If you're imperfect like me, you just might be in the right place. These pod bits, well, they're just me working through the ups and downs of life. Along the way, I'll remind myself and you that no one has it all figured out and that together we can do this thing called life, one chat at a time. Hey, is this a good time to chat? I want to talk a bit about progress. I see what you did there. Some of you immediately thought about all of those symptoms or symbols of progress that we typically seek, things that prove to us that things are progressing nicely. Things like promotions, raises, accolades, likes and shares. Yeah, I'm talking to you influencers. No, we're not going to talk about those outward symbols of progress at all. But I really want to focus on the inside process, and specifically the very unsexy parts of progress, those dismal, bleak, and often discouraging stretches of the road that lack the flair of the glitz and glamour of benchmark moments. Imagine going to a sporty ball game. You've paid roughly $11 squillion for a flimsy carton of nachos and a semi-flat pop, and you've made your way to your seat. And suddenly the players take the field and the crowd goes wild. And then this really creepy hush drifts over the sea of fans like a rolling fog because the players don't start the game. They start a series of practice drills. They're stretching, they're sprinting, they're shuffling, and this continues on and on and on, much longer than one might expect. And understandably, the people around you start getting visibly aggravated. Someone in your section shouts, "Come on, start the game already." And the team ignores it and they just continue to practice. And another fan angrily gathers their swarm of kids and all of the soft pretzels that go along with the kids. And they all storm out and they say, "This is ridiculous. I didn't pay all this money for nothing." And the person next to you is just sort of silently side-eyeing everyone and watching the unfolding anger around them, just munching their overpriced snack and probably wondering what everyone else is thinking. When are we going to get the show that we paid for? Encouragement is fed from evidence, right? But evidence is not the only thing that feeds encouragement. If we approach every initiative placing value only on the things that return immediate results, how committed are we to the overall process? Are we committed to the game or just the win? These drills, they're the things that condition the sporty ballers for the big game. Now, as a spectator, we may not appreciate watching all of that dull practice and conditioning, but we can't deny the overall value to the experience. I mean, how enjoyable would a sporty ball game be if the players took to the field and quickly tuckered out, collapsing and panting? Yes, for a spectator, the practice part of the process isn't that valuable. But when it comes to your own initiatives, are you a spectator in the stands or are you the athlete on the field? When we consider our own journeys and think about those stretches of the road where progress doesn't seem obvious, what could we learn as we observe our own reactions? Am I the spectator just stewing in the business end of my own hissy fit? Am I that fan who grumbles and resentfully gives up and just heads home when the event seems uninspiring? Am I that snack eater that's just freezing and waiting and watching to see what comes next? Or am I the athlete who faithfully runs the drills day in and day out, stretching and building my muscles, sweating all of the sweat, and showing up every time without fail? Listen, I can only speak for this athlete, but I'm in it for the drills because the progress is made with building my muscles. You aren't going to find me showing up for the big game, collapsing from fatigue because I stopped showing up for practice. Thanks for talking it through. I'm off to condition. Am I going to see you in the stands or are you going to join me on the field? Go Sports!